If you're a woman expert between the ages of
Good morning, everyone, or whatever time it is when you may be watching this. And when we sit down for our daily sit, it's always morning, it's always a new beginning. Today is very auspicious because I pulled for us the Knight of Wands. And what is amazing is the Chinese Lunar New Year, which began yesterday, is the year of the fire horse. And this is the card of the fire horse. So that's pretty auspicious and wonderful. And I love this card. It's really about not delaying, training now, training hard, throwing the lightning bolt. And this year is going to be a very fiery and adventurous year. This card represents energy, passion, action, and it says to act on your passions, a strong, fiery energy that drives you to pursue dreams with enthusiasm and spontaneity, acting on inspiration. And with this new year in 2026, this is about transformation, freedom, and action. The fire horse is known for high energy and boldness and is expected to usher in major and fast-paced change. So human kindness, radical storytelling, holding space, taking to the streets, however you embrace the message of the fire horse, this is about strong confidence and charismatic change. Horses crave freedom and independence. They're hardworking, action-oriented, and they are also impulsive. And with the element of fire as an intensifier, the fire horse is the thrill seeker of the lunar cycle. It's time for big change. So, the last year of the fire horse was in 1966 during the Vietnam War and civil rights movement. So, the year marked the beginning of a cultural revolution in China and all kinds of revolutionary actions about breaking down systems of authority and tyranny and living for and with justice. So that's our prompt for our meditation today. And I would love to use these mudras. Forgive me, I have ink on my fingers, so just ignore that. And we have Anjali Mudra, and then we have Lotus. And the Lotus open heart is a great way to meet the year of the fire horse with an open heart. And this mudra, which is exactly the opposite, in this mudra, we're holding our fingers wide open. In this mudra, we're touching the fingertips together, but there's still space enough to hold a fiery sun. And then, as if magnets are pulling us in, we go to Anjali Mudra. So, gratitude for the fire horse, welcoming to the fire horse, and focusing our energies for the fire horse. So this little vinyasa of mudra at your own pace. You can hold one for as long as you want. I'm just demonstrating the three. And then for our breath work, we're going to go between a fire breath, which is just simply, in our case, pressing the breath out and letting the inhales happen automatically. And that brings heat and fire to the body. And then a cooling breath, which is the Ujjayi breath, which is the dragging the breath across the throat. It's like a sound, but with the lips closed. If you can hear that, it sounds like the ocean. So we're going to go between these three vinyasas and those two breaths, the fire breath and the Ujjayi breath, the fire breath and the ocean breath, which is also very powerful and strong in this year of the horse, the fire horse, where we are shedding our snake skin from the year before, which was the year of the snake. So we're welcoming the fire horse. And you use these tools, remember, whenever the mind runs away from the breath. So let's begin. And the sound of the bell invites us to close the eyes, to let go of that often dominant sense of sight, and to wake up the other senses. Smell, taste, hearing. What's the furthest away sound you can hear this morning? Can you hear the bird beyond the plane? And what's the nearest sound you can hear? Can you hear your own heartbeat, your own breath? And turning our attention to the sense of touch, just gently and non-judgmentally scan the body to see where your body is this morning, what might be holding, what might be open, what might be ready, what might not be ready for the day. And let's focus our attention on the part of our body that's touching and resting upon the earth, feeling the hug of the Great Mother, her gravity, where we just can rest within, feeling ourselves rooted to the earth, connected with our feet, our legs, our seat, sits bones grounded, tailbone curling under, And if you'd like to attach a grounding cord to that tailbone and drop it all the way down through all the layers to the center of the planet, you can get energy from the mother and give her back whatever you don't need. And she'll take that energy and cleanse it. And now let's root the spine at the tailbone into the earth and let the spine grow up like the mighty trunk of a tree, low back, mid back, upper back, neck, all the way from the base of the spine at the tailbone through the base of the skull, the top of the 7 cervical vertebrae of the neck, where your spine connects to your skull. And feel your shoulders rolling up towards your ears and then away, back, down the back, like the resting wings of a huge, beautiful bird. And on the other end of those wings, the hands are released, palm up for more connection to spirit, palm down for more connection to earth, whatever you need today, the fire or the horse. And let's release the muscles behind the eyes, the muscles of the jaw, and then the front part of the body. The belly button rests back, the ribs melt back, the heart rests between the shoulders, and the chin rests back to the neck. Everything in the body that is not working is completely released. And the entire spine, from tailbone to skull, is strong. And everything is open in this beautiful vessel of ours, and we turn our attention to breath. So now just watch the breaths flowing in, releasing out. Be aware of that small pause between breaths and that perfect balance between surrender at the out breath and initiation at the in breath. And now we can try the fire breath, just warming up the little. Don't do this if you have high blood pressure. Just do it if it feels good, where we just take very quick inhales and allow the exhales to press out. The inhales happen passively, the exhales are pushed. And it's just going to be the movement of the core is going to move the breath. Pushing breath out the nose, letting it just inhales just happen organically. We just focus on the exhales. And whenever that gets too much, we cycle in the Ujjayi breath, a sound with the lips gently closed, dragging the breath across the back of the throat. We hear that kind of ocean noise in our ears. And let's take our first mudra, Anjali Mudra. Open our fingers to the lotus mudra, and then touch our fingertips and open the palms for a mudra of concentration and focus. And you can move through these 3 at your own pace, going from Anjali, prayer position, to lotus, open fingers, to the breath of focus, the mudra of concentration with the fingertips touching. And you can stay in one of those or cycle through all 3 of them. You can stay with one breath, fire or Ujjayi, or you can cycle through them. And these are tools to use when you just notice the mind wandering far away from the trunk of the spine. As we sit here, connecting with ourselves, with our divine source, with the fire horse herself, just one breath at a time. As we approach the midpoint of the sit, you can cycle in some deeper breaths, releasing more deeply into the sit, releasing the muscles more deeply as we pull in air from through our nose and pour out air through our mouth. Just cycling 3 deep breaths. And then release. You can keep on with the fire breath. You can keep on with the Ujjayi breath. Dragging the breath against the back of the throat. You can use any tool you want just to call the mind back gently to the breath. Imagining that fire horse. Imagining the freedom and the independence of just sitting here alone together with breath, connecting with ourselves and with divine source, one breath at a time. In the last few minutes of our sit, let's just deepen the breath, release the muscles and bones a little bit more. We are that calm rider on the fire horse, holding the reins with loose but strong grip. You can let go of the fire breath and the ocean breath and just cycle breath in, watching it again as we did in the beginning, connecting to your five senses, knowing that you're surrounded by the four directions and all the elements, earth, air, fire, and water. And you're safe here, sitting on this great mother, getting ready to ride the fire horse into this new lunar year. Let's take 3 to 5 really deep, releasing breaths. And if you'd like to bring your hands into Anjali Mudra and gently press the heart center with the thumbs. And even if you'd like to bow your head slightly towards your hands in gratitude for yourself taking this time to focus on breath and to welcome the fire horse of this new year. And if your head is bowed, you can gently raise it from the back, from the long neck. You can open your palms to lotus mudra. And then just release the hands. Bring them back down to rest upon your thighs for a couple of last beautiful breaths to today's sit. The bell gently asks us to open our eyes. Now we have all five senses back. And stay connected to your other senses today, as well as to your eyes that see through the eyes of this beautiful, passionate fire horse. I wish you such a beautiful day, and Goddess willing, I'll see you here tomorrow. Have a beautiful day.